Good afternoon, Montclair residents and businesses. I reach out today with an urgent update and request regarding an ongoing water crisis affecting the region and our town specifically. While I will share additional details, the most important thing to note at this time is that we have declared a state of emergency for Montclair, effective at 3 p.m. today, prohibiting the non-essential use of water. On Wednesday of this last week, the North Jersey District Water Supply Commission experienced a major water main break in Nutley on a 6-foot diameter line. In addition, it is my understanding that the break has also interrupted service on a 4-foot Newark water main that runs next to it. The impact of this break has been devastating. While we have been working nonstop to try and mitigate the impact on our township, and thank you to all of those who have followed the notifications asking for a voluntary reduction in water use, we are still just not experiencing enough water use reduction to meet our supply challenge. At approximately 10 p.m. last night, with the ongoing efforts by the North Jersey District Water Supply Commission to fix their pipe being unsuccessful and other water supply efforts failing, we determined that we would not have water for the township by approximately midnight last night. I immediately contacted the governor to discuss directly some of the ideas our team had already been in constant contact with the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection and county and state OEM about. Thankfully, with everyone working together, we were able to meet our water use demands beyond the midnight hour. With the steps we have taken, and with your assistance, I am optimistic that we can meet the moment. Currently, we have connected our system with Cedar Grove, and they are helping us with approximately 1,500 gallons per minute at this time. Additionally, by connecting to Verona's system, we have added 800 gallons per minute. Clifton is assisting us with 1,000 gallons per minute. New Jersey American Water Company, a private company, has been able to add an additional 600 gallons per minute to our system to also assist. We currently have all of our wells working at full capacity, and every one of our pumps is being used to infuse the additional water that I've noted. Our Director of Utilities has also begun the process of digging channels through Grove Street to connect our water system with the Passaic Valley Water Commission water supply. If we are successful, a process that will likely take days, it should allow us additional water flow into our system. Thankfully, with mutual aid and the Essex County Fire Coordinator, they stand ready to assist us in any way that we need. Additionally, we have reached out to the Bergen County OEM and asked them to provide us with water tankers staged in our town that can be used in the event our fire department has to fight a fire. They will now be able to do so without draining any water from our system. We have so far stockpiled 38 pallets of bottled water, each containing approximately 80 cases of water, should they be needed, which would be staged at our Department of Community Services yard. That's where you drop off your recycling. If needed, our emergency services would bring bottled water to any of those who face challenges picking up water or are homebound for any reason. I've had direct conversations with our congressional delegation, and they are working actively to see if there's any federal assistance that can be provided to help us get potable water on site and to see if it's possible to receive any FEMA assistance without the declaration of a federal emergency. We're also seeing if the National Guard has additional pumps or can provide North Jersey District Water Supply with any assistance in fixing their broken pipe. We have requested additional pumps, very difficult to get given this time with the current disaster in Florida, additional generators, water hoses, and potable water from the county OEM as well. Our biggest risks right now are that if any of the many pumps that we are currently overworking burn out or fail in any way, we run the risk of any water main break on our system because of the ways we're stressing it in different ways than normal. We have the situation where other towns are facing water shortages just like we are, and therefore Cedar Grove and others have already indicated they may need to reduce the amount of water they are providing us. Any of these challenges would certainly have an impact on our ability to provide the water that we need. But one of the biggest challenges, and that we need your assistance with, is water use reduction. So I will stress again, we have issued a state of emergency that prohibits the non-essential use of water. Normally, we see an increase in use townwide between 4 and 8 p.m. and again 11 p.m. Further, as we get into the work week next week, starting Monday, we usually see an increase of water use as people prepare for work. We are asking residents and businesses to do all you can to please reduce your water usage. While again, I am confident in our actions and planning thus far, But if any of the measures that we have taken, or certainly any of the things that we are trying to do fail, the outcome would likely be a loss of water pressure, resulting in a low-pressure boil water scenario, a non-drinkable water declaration, even despite boiling water, or just no water at all coming out of the water pipes in your homes and in our businesses. Certainly, I will stress to our businesses as well, if we enter into either of the second two scenarios, it will be almost impossible for many businesses to operate. Unfortunately, at this time, we are hearing that the North Jersey District Water Supply has still yet to make any significant progress. Again, as they're dealing with over 100-year-old pipes in that section and trying to close 100-year-old valves that do not function properly. I will continue to keep you updated on this situation, and thank you for your efforts during this crisis. Each of you can make a huge difference in this moment. Lastly, knowing how little sleep our dedicated staff has been getting, I want to thank every one of the township employees that have been working tirelessly to make sure we are at this current stage. I want to specifically thank our Utilities Director, Gary Abzarni, and his team, certainly our Township Manager, Tim Stafford, Fire Chief John Herman, and our Montclair firefighters, and certainly also our Chief Information Officer, Tony Fan. I also want to personally thank the Governor and our other elected officials for taking my calls and for immediately committing to helping in any area that we have asked. Again, with all the steps we have taken and with your efforts, I am confident that we can meet this moment. But we are asking for you to please do your part and only use water for essential needs at this time. Thank you so much, and we appreciate your efforts.